What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Team Pizza Play's Renowned Explorers International Society. I, of course, am Whatthefnu.
And I am Drawman and just trying to keep hold of my appreciation for humanity. It's failing.
And I am exhausted. So what did you drag me into again?
Well, if you remember, this is, as I said at the beginning, an exploration game. And we're going to get into a battle right off the bat because they decided to be nice and give me one of the landmarks right away.
See, that's the best kind of exploration. Combative.
It's also nice when things just fall into your lap like that, too.
You know, it's even better when things dance in your lap.
I don't think that's the same,
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, there's a point there. It's not a gun in my pocket. I am happy to see you, yes.
Hey, Quagmire, is that a gun in your pocket or erection in your pocket? My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to be right back in my hometown. Canceled. Oh.
About a week.
I know, that show. I also love that during the Simpson Family Guy crossover, they throw that show under the bus.
I still haven't seen that yet.
That crossover. So many people, are you of the school of that? Some people are of the school of thought of they should have come out 8 years earlier or no one cares. Me, I actually enjoyed the crossover. It hit all the right jokes and it was exactly what I thought it would be, but it was pretty enjoyable.
I mean, I still want to see it, is the thing.
It's not fun.
Like, I at least want to know what happens in it.
You'll enjoy it.
Okay.
I will say I found it on YouTube on the night of its debut, just full on the entire thing, commercial free, was just on YouTube. So I just thought, this isn't getting struck down? Wow, Fox does not care.
I mean, looking at the Fantastic Four movie, that was obvious.
Man, oh,
Sick burns here on Team Pizza Plays.
that movie.
Wait, what movie? Did I miss something?
The
New
Fantastic
Fantastic
Four movie.
Four movie.
Oh, I never even bothered seeing it, so I really don't care.
It's,
You did the right thing. You did the right thing.
Anyways.
So, we were talking about We're Back, a dinosaur story. One thing that I've found when just looking for reference images for Sharptooth and Rex, for a thing I'm going to do later.
Oh shit, that's a term I haven't heard in years, Sharptooth.
Isn't that just the best word for that guy? Because it's like, we learned that that's their word for carnivores, but at the
Yeah.
same time, the first one, that's his name. He owns that name.
It just
It's
makes
like-
me want to go watch those movies again, honestly.
They're good well, the first 5 are good movies.
I thought it was the first 2, and then they just immediately went downhill.
Think of it this way. The
It's
first
sort
one,
of like Mega Man in that sense.
think of it this way. The first one, classic, awesome. Second one, filler. Third one, interesting point. The fifth one has a great dinosaur fight in it.
Okay.
Also, the fourth one probably has the best example of a Mary Sue character. They find a female Littlefoot. Like, there's just a migrating herd of longnecks just coming through saying, yeah, the Great Valley's great. How long will the climate last? Shit's gonna get real soon.
I have a weird timeline in my head with those movies, because I went 1, 2, and I have vague, like, pieces here and there of just all the movies, and they kind of mashed into one, until I get to 9. That one I owned on DVD for some reason, remember very clearly.
9. Try to remember. Ooh! Let's see, let me see if that's also one of the other few good ones.
Alright, we've done this before. We've gone for the safe and cracked it open, and nothing really good was in there, so we're gonna search the office this time.
Oh yeah, I forgot we are playing game, aren't we?
Uh-huh. Hildegard appraises something of high diplomatic value, because she has good traits for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and we got a treasure out of it this time. The Cross of Lothair. 250 renown? Woohoo! This is starting good.
Yeah, we're doing good. Oh yeah, Lamb 4 time 9. This is when they met an ichthyosaur.
Yeah, basically the aquatic dinosaurs.
Yeah, and then they find that big chronosaur, or Liopleurodon as it's called, and it's just I love how it blows their mind that a sharp tooth can be aquatic as well. It's like swimming sharp tooth. They all just have that look like, oh shit.
Well, that's how they killed the first sharp tooth in the original movie.
Yeah.
Like, shit. It's sort of like in the second Jack Frost film. We can't use antifreeze on him anymore. What do we do?
Oh man, what the hell? Shit's fucked. They were right. Shit did get real. I do like
Is
how
that sort of like the Land Before Time version of power creep? Like every movie just has to up itself? Or
pretty much, because the first film had one carnivore, the second film had two, the third film had a pack of raptors, the fourth one had an alligator and a carnivorous bird, which they could talk, which is new because none of the carnivores talked before. The fifth one, we got to see Chomper's parents fight another equally big sharptooth, which is awesome. And it's also the first time, one of the few times you see blood in that series. That thing had claws and just cut his parents.
Jeez.
I remember always just fast forwarding the tape to that scene because I just love watching that fight.
I mean, we're all guilty of that, I think. Of just fast forwarding the parts in movies that we actually like. It's like, you know, there's a story they're trying to build up here. There's a setting and ambience, but no.
I only ever did that twice.
What were your particular fast forward moments?
There's another one I can't think of, but two of them are boobs.
Huh.
I'm not even going to make a pretend at this one. Yeah.
Hey, that's a legitimate reason.
There's
The dance scene in Roadhouse,
Yep.
which I got for Christmas when I was like 15.
Nice.
And oddly enough, the dance scene in Tank Police, Dominion Tank Police with the Puma Sisters.
Oh yeah, Tank Police.
That's one of those movies I still haven't seen, but I want to. I never did it for that purpose. Mostly, see, I was, I kind of grew out of videos as time went by. I sort of specialized in video games very young. So by the time DVDs became a thing, I was already off into a whole nother medium. The only things I think I fast-forwarded for was, what's that Charlie Brown movie where they're like rafting down the river?
Race for your life, Charlie Brown.
Race for Your Life, yes. It's the one scene where the bear, or,
The Bobcat.
no, the... Snoopy, that's his name. I can't believe I forgot that character's name, holy shit.
You thought he was a bear?
No, he's in like a cabin at night. He opens the door, and there's a bear just standing there, and he runs away, and the bear runs away.
Yeah.
For some reason, when I was a kid, that was the funniest thing on earth. Like, I would crack up laughing, crying so hard. I thought it was so entertaining. Every time I saw that scene, I just wanted to see it again.
For me, I had a system in place.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I got a movie, I would always fast forward to the part. I was always fast forward to the section of the film that would just contain all my favorite parts. Mostly it would be like the end of the middle and just the climax. I just fast forward to the climax and just stop the movie there, take it out the VCR, and put it back in the case for later. I would do that with all my movies so that every time I looked at my shelf, I'd go, what am I in the mood today? All right, let's watch the end of Godzilla. Awesome.
Ah, crap. I keep forgetting to level up characters before we go on to another space. It's like, the visual cue is way over here off to the side, and your eyes are always right up here on the map, so it's a very easy thing to miss. It's not their fault, like, they did everything in their power. Like, this arrow is pulsing up and down, it's got, like, that little glowy aura. Hey, look at me, you should probably be doing something important over here right now.
Hey, listen! Hey, listen!
Except
hey!
it's not making a noise, so I can't listen to anything. Listen to the sound of silence.
Words like violence in silence come crashing into my little world. I'm going to listen to some Depeche Mode.
Cool. The icon of Nicomedia. Not the best treasure we can get here, but still a good one.
We can send it to Pawn Stars and watch what?
The great count continues. Now, if you would excuse me, I have many issues to attend to. I bid you farewell. However, Hildegard,
Ooh!
why don't you leave these explorers behind and stay here with me? Join me in my lavish life for all eternity.
Do it.
Except she's got amazing speech defense, so she's got a 100% chance of succeeding on this immediately.
Let him.
Please listen to all the good things I have to offer. How about you listen to all the friendly things I have to offer?
We've got cookies.
You know what? I want that to be a move in this game. Like, it's one use per adventure, but a character can just pull out cookies and it immediately beats someone in a friendly manner.
I mean, who would deny cookies?
Exactly.
Someone with,
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Well, Wilfred Brimley is not one of our enemies. No offense.
You gotta wonder if RPGs, if a designer of RPGs has ever thought of using those particular status effects. Like, you have, like, it's a passive ability on one character, diabetes. You can't only drink so many potions before lunch.
Aww. See, now my mind just goes back to potion missability from D&D.
For me, it goes to the Stick of Truth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember if they actually did have something like that in there.
Oh,
they
made a joke about that in the beginning. This one kid, they described him as having the amazing power of AIDS, I think.
Yep. Which kid was that?
I can't remember if... Maybe that's where I got the idea from. No, it was he wields the amazing power of diabetes. So that has actually been done.
Because he was like... Because I love the concept of... Because one of my favorite things one of my favorite strategies in an RPG is beating the enemy with something that you can argue is good. Like in Final Fantasy, you beat zombies by healing them, because they're dead. So healing them brings them alive.
Well, it's
which
holy
kills
magic
them.
is the thing. That's the trick, is that it hurts them because they are blasphemous by nature.
Ah. But again, it goes back to, you're beating them with a good thing. It's like you're not swinging a sword at them, you're blessing them.
Yeah.
Which was always something I've always wanted to see. The point where the white mage or the very soft-handed character can just have their moment where they just slaughter through a bunch of shit while Dracula plays in the background.
I am full of Christ's love.
In fact, there was a comic in the X-Men where they fought Dracula, and Wolverine tries to hold up a cross, and Dracula's like, "You have no faith in God." And then that's when Nightcrawler just swipes
you're right.
in. That's when Nightcrawler swipes in, takes the cross, and goes, "But I do!" And Dracula's like, "Oh shit!"
Here's what I want to see in an RPG someday. I want to see the priest who has no magical power.
Ooh, go on.
I think that would be a really interesting take on that kind of character, is the reason why. They have no proof of their god, but they keep... Uh-oh. Can't impress the count here, so... I forgot about that. Certain resistances to certain attacks.
Well, you can let Hildegard be a vampire. She'd be adorable. I mean, she's already got a cape.
This girl just seems to go through the weirdest transformations as my games go by. Because in the first game, she became, like, the ultimate embodiment of Buddha. In this game, she's going to become an evil vampire.
She's Jimmy Olsen from the Superman comics. She always gains a new transformation.
It's one of the things I liked about the All-Star Superman comics, since you brought it up, is that they had a good reasoning for Jimmy Olsen to constantly be doing weird shit. They made him a special report writer for the paper. So he would spend a day, I'm going to be a woman for a day. I'm going to be giant for a day.
And it's just... And it's just like... And every Friday his
You'll finish
articles...
the sentence eventually. I have faith in you.
I have no faith in me. and basically his articles will come out every Friday and they'd be like, all right, see what Jimmy's done today. Holy shit, he makes a damn good woman. I hate him for it. Men wanted to be with him. Women wanted to be him.
What's with the awkward silence there? Like, what was everybody thinking about? I'd like to know.
Well, you see, my mind immediately went back to Haku from Naruto.
Okay.
And how I always had the most awkward...
He's prettier than Sakura.
Yes! He is! And I always...
Manga card of Tears of Blood. That is a chick. Look at the tits hanging out there.
I pointed that out to you way back in the day, didn't I?
Wait, what? I heard Tears of Blood, what?
There's a game out there called Magna Carta 2. And if you look at the title art, I defy you to tell me which one of those is the man.
Magna Carta 2. For the 360?
I owned that game for like a minute. And, normally I'm okay with a bad game. I can deal with, as long as the story can keep me interested, even if it's a presumably poorly written story or whatever, but that game was just so
there are limits.
Awful.
Yeah.
It's called Magna Carta 2?
Magna Carta Tears of Blood is the...
Tears of Blood. Alright, I'm looking at the cover for PS2. And I'm seeing a girl in yellow and a girl in white.
You've already failed.
No, I haven't. That's a girl. She's in yellow, and that's a girl too. Look how low those pants are. That's to reveal the sexy hip line.
You think Japanese developers just have contests sometime? It's like, how are we gonna fool them? Like, I bet I can make a guy look more like a chick than you can.
I bet my male protagonist looks more like Meg Ryan than your male protagonist. You're on.
My guess is it's a problem of this character was supposed to be female, or I only know how to make female character models, so I've just gotta run with it.
I believe that. I actually super believe that over anything else.
We actually had this discussion a while back about how, well, or maybe we didn't, maybe this was one of the lost episodes, but essentially... one of the ideas I have about why there are so many drawings of female characters out there is it's sort of a knock-on effect. Like, people see art, and they're inspired by that art, so they try to draw more of it. And because they draw more of it, there's more reference material to work off of, which in turn allows more new artists to come in and be able to do that. The reason there is so much art out there of female characters is because there are so many female characters out there. Nobody's drawing men simply because it's not done that much. And it's just this infinite loop.
And it comes back to the artist for Ghost in the Shell. When he was doing the manga, the manga just opens up with a three-way orgy between three girls, and they were like, "Hey, is Motoko a lesbian?" No, I just really didn't want to draw a guy's butt. I'm sorry. No man butt. No gay butt.
And that's why the Major will do anyone.
So she can be drawn with more girl butt. Think of it like those math problems they gave you in elementary school, where they're like, which is the better bi? Well, that girl is with that girl while that guy watches, so she's a pretty good bisexual. But that girl's with two girls, so she's the better bi.
It's like that conversation we were having about the screw up Miyamoto had in that one interview. So
Oh, yeah.
I guess we're having golf in Wii Sports Resort now.
Yeah.
I really don't want to draw a guy's butt. I guess the Major is a lesbian now.
It's like, sorry guys, I just don't like to draw guys. And they all went, it's okay. Neither do we.
But there actually is a lot of art of dudes.
It really is. And
Mostly with their heads missing from the picture, but yes, I'll give you that.
Now I'm just curious as to what the hell kind of art are you looking at, sir?
You know
kind of-
exactly what kind.
mine.
Well, yeah. So, come on. He's not wrong. not
Have I taken my pills yet?
Oh, it does.
For those of you who don't know, I, Draw Man, being a creature beyond space and time, have to keep taking my good morality alignment supplements, so I don't turn evil.
And so far, we've only had mild success.
They're basically placebos.
They have all failed miserably.
Completely and unadulteratedly failed.
I screwed up that turn big time. Oh boy.
Yeah, you did good.
Crap. Two of my guys are about to get annihilated here. Nope. Looks like the captain survived. Victor's alright so far. Let's see if Pinhedro can pull something out of his hat.
Where was I? Oh yeah, so honestly, what I think it comes back to is the fact that while there is a lot of good reference material for drawing a female character, and reference material that's gotten better over the years because drawing people in general, whether you look at Japanese art or Western art, has been a very relatively new art. Well, in the sense that doing it well enough that, because if you look back at cartoons during the 80s in America, everything was just was in that near uncanny valley level of realism, to the point where when it got to the point where you could do it well enough to make something like King of the Hill. But then I think they all realized, well, this is getting expensive, because a lot of cartoons, especially action cartoons back in the 80s, were expensive to make. In fact, most of the budget just went to the intro sequences. And then everyone thought, let's dial it back to if we want to just make a good cartoon here. That's how The Simpsons came about. It was just a simple little thing that just had a lot of good dialogue. In fact, that's how the Fairly Odd Parents got made. They just wanted to make a simple cartoon that would be dialogue based for the jokes, like The Simpsons. That's why everything is basically geometric and everyone kind of stands still while they talk. Then you look at anime in the 70s and 80s, and that's when you have the almost
Haha!
yeah, the stereotypical, still framed, almost very geometric designs, the almost very stilted figures, and then it just evolved.
Alright, I'm just crossing my fingers and praying for this turn. If they attack the right people, maybe we'll survive.
Attack the
We're
right.
fucked.
Oh no, he kind of is, but no.
Ouch. Wow, that was pretty bad. Just killed Pinhedro in one shot.
Oh, not Pinhedro.
Rip me.
Pinhedro.
Pinhacho was the only thing keeping our interest.
Looks like he managed to convince us to stay after all.
It's like
Everybody became a vampire this time.
you know,
Good
that's
job.
not a bad outcome.
I mean, it is
I mean-
because they're vampire slaves.
Well, I look at it this way, like, Rivaloo, Glory dies eventually. Like,
Yes.
Rivalu's gonna pass away. I get to live on forever to plot my revenge.
See, he's thinking on the bright side.
Always look
But
on the
if-
bright side of undeath.
you know, if Rivalu's dead, then there's nothing to revenge.
Well, we can find something to revenge,
I've got all of eternity to find better treasure than he does. That's what I'm getting at.
and I could always kill someone's parents so that they'll want to revenge against me. But because I'm on the good side, they'll never find me, and thus they'll always be looking for me and always have something to look forward to revenge. I'm doing a service by killing people.
Just don't go making another Batman, okay? It didn't work last time. It didn't work the time before that. Just stop.
All
Now,
right.
see, I can really do it this time. I found this really nice kid. He's rich. I'm going to slaughter his parents.
All right, and on that note, I think we'll see you again next time on Team Pizza Plays Renowned Explorers International Society, when we'll hop back into the world with a brand new team, new outlook, new attempts, and more adventure. Until then, I'm Whatthefnu.
I'm hidden in the truth.
And I am enjoying some fruit punch.
And we'll see you again next time. Later, everybody.
It's good, sugary goodness.